Hey guys, welcome back to another tier list video. We're doing another Ben 10 vid for some reason. I guess we're just that into Ben 10. I mean, you know, childhood series, we loved it. I don't know about you, Chris, but this is definitely like a top 3 old 2000 series for me.
No, of course. We love Ben 10, and you know, if we're going to be making content on other things, it's got to be stuff that we love, so
Yeah.
it's got to be Ben 10.
And, you know, you guys gave such a great reaction to our previous Ben 10 video. So, you know, we want to give you some more stuff that you love. So let's get right into it. First up, we have Atomic X, which is Atomics and Alien X mashed up together. What do you think, Chris?
I honestly think fusing things with Alien X sort of ruins the simplicity of Alien X's design. But I can't ignore how cool as a concept it is to be fusing things with Alien X and Atomics, like his strongest alien.
I get that. Yeah. I mean, like you said, there's an appeal to Alien X's simple design. It's just like this black silhouette with stars in the shape, and yeah. You know, it feels like they've just thrown on like extra
Armor.
Yeah, basically armor onto him, and you know, in most cases that sometimes, you know, mashing up an alien together, you know, brings up a new interest in it, but this just feels a bit too forced.
I would be willing to put him in B tier.
B, I mean, okay, sorry. I feel like I came from a very negative position. I still like him. I think it is a little over the top that they took Alien X and Atomics, like two of, you know, Ben's strongest aliens, and they've just mashed it together. Like, it is pretty cool in a way. And, you know, it's not an S tier level for me, but it's still up there. It's like A, at least.
Okay. All right.
You
We'll
sure?
go with A.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah. If you want to put it higher, we got to meet in the middle here. We'll put it in.
Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. Next up is Big Chuck. What do you think?
Should we put him in B for big or C for Chuck?
This is a tough one.
I like that they made Upchuck more mobile, because it always feels like when Upchuck is fighting that he doesn't move a lot. He has to stay in one place. So I like that he's a little bit bigger and that he's able to fight, but it's the same thing as Alien X. It just feels silly fusing things with way big.
Yeah, I mean, really all he is a bigger Upchuck, and we've been shown he's a big Chuck, and like we've been shown time and time again that they can eat literally anything. Doesn't matter what their size is.
Right.
They've eaten planets before, you know, it's part of their whole cycle. But I don't know. I just don't feel like there's any reason to take an alien in my eyes, which is already pretty perfect, and you know, just add some kind of weird gimmick onto him, which is just making him bigger. And, you know, I mean, there is an extra power that Way Big has, which is like shooting a laser out of his arms, but they don't really show that in the series, so why even put these aliens together?
If Big Chuck doesn't have lasers, then he's definitely in the C tier.
Okay. Okay, so C for Chuck.
C for Chuck.
Sounds good. Okay, next up is Crash Shocker. You know how I feel about Crash Hopper. Crash Hopper. He's an amazing. I feel like he's a great addition. He was one of the first new aliens that we saw in Omniverse, and he had me sold on the first few seconds of seeing him. It's one of those. It's such a simple idea. Like, hey, let's just make a grasshopper alien. But it works so well, like
a nice sequel to like Stinkfly, you know, another bug alien.
And I love that idea. But so for this, in a way, I do like the powers. You know, put a jumping alien with something that's electric. That is great, but it's the design that really messes me up. It's gone through that problem with Omniverse, and with the new Ben 10 reboot, which is like, let's take aliens and make them more humanoid.
Muscular,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, more muscular, more like, let's put pecs on them for some reason. Like, no, that's not what aliens are. They're supposed to be otherworldly beings with completely different anatomies, and when you take away
Right.
that, it just loses its charm. So
I think it was a victim of the two aliens that it was, because obviously Shock Squatch is very
different.
and muscular.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Where do you want to put him, Connor?
Okay, I think he should go either an A or B. Like, he's still very high up there. It's just the design. It's just, I mean, which is a big part of the whole, thing. But like, it's
Put him in B for Bug, because he's cool, but he's not great to look at. This is just a reoccurring thing that I'm gonna do.
Yeah, no, you have to. I mean, how else are we going to rank these? What, through logic and opinions?
No, we're racing. We're racing on a completely personal preference. Completely.
I mean,
100%.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so next up we have Formungosaur, a Tetramand. A Tetramand mashed up with a Vaxasaurian. Two of the coolest names in the series, by the way. In terms of like species names, like really cool names. Anyway, it's
a very nice pairing of Ben's old muscle versus his new muscle.
Yeah,
and it's a very clean fusion. It's got like no powers really get lost, because it is just like strength.
Yeah.
This could be the first S tier.
I think so. Opinion. Thank you. We actually, I don't know about you, but I don't hate the new like omniverse designs of both the Tetramand and the Vaxasaurian. Don't know why I'm naming them by their alien names, but
say
Forums and Humongousaur. Sorry. Yes. But I love both designs. I think people had a problem with Forearms' mustache, which I don't hate. I mean, I'd prefer them not to be there, obviously, but I think it's fine. I've made peace with it.
It's better than his ponytail.
Definitely. And the gold was just weird. I don't know. If anything about this Omniverse design that really bothers me, it's the fact that they gave Humongousaur underwear. Like, that's it. if they just took that away, they would. If they just removed that from the design, it would have been a lot better. Why give any of these aliens clothes?
Underwear.
If the only alien that deserved any sort of clothing would be what's that little red alien shit called again?
Jury rig.
That was probably the best upgrade of designs.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Let's move on to Humongousaur.
Oh, you know how I feel about this one. Go ahead. Go.
I just know how you feel about all of these, don't I?
You really do. We definitely had a conversation about these at some point.
Originally, when I first saw him, I hadn't seen him in action. I just saw a picture, and I went, it's redundant, because anything made of goop is just goop changing his shape and making himself look like something else. But I've seen some stuff, and now I'm aware that he's actually still got some strength to him, which means he's got all the powers of goop, but he can punch. He can punch really hard.
But goop could punch really hard, I'm sure. Probably.
I think if goop tried to punch you, it would just like splash, because the like mass. I remember goop getting like smooshed and flattened quite a lot in fights.
I just think that the only two mashups that I believe needed to be in the series is the Formungosaur and the Atomic X aliens, because it's two very similar aliens being mashed together, and that's what fans want to see. That's something that you'd see in a fan art, and people would be like, "Yeah, let's see what that looks like." But with
the iconic ones,
the iconic ones, and so with Big Chuck and Crash Shocker, those aliens are cool, but
nobody asked.
Yeah, but no one asked. So it's that's just the same kind of problem that I see with Humongousaur. Like, no one asked, so that's why I would love to give it a C, or even lower. Honestly,
yeah, you can. I'm not gonna let him. I'm not gonna let him be in the D tier. There's some other things coming up here. I'm gonna let him be in the C tier.
Okay, fine.
I just wanted to say that I don't always think the idea is to make fusions of the fan favorites of the best of the best. I think what you have to do is make it interesting, and I think that's why Crash Shocker is interesting, because he's a fusion that works well together. He's an interesting fusion. He's two interesting powers mixed together, and he doesn't have to be too iconic alien for that to happen. So either your fusions have to be iconic or they have to be interesting, which is what we're saying our C tier here aren't.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, next up we have Gray Diamond?
Diamond Matter.
Diamond Matter. Right.
Greyhead. Were you going to call him Greyhead?
Greyhead, yeah. Honestly, this one, if he only kept his... I remember, so, okay, back in the day, in the original series, when fusions were first introduced, they were more of a problem with the Omnitrix. The Omnitrix was malfunctioning, and so aliens were being mashed up together, right? So with this one, Diamond Head is smaller and Gray Matter is dumber. Like, that's basically the issue with this alien, right? But it's not terrible, because if you think about it, Gray Matter is just... He's super smart, and his problem is that he's not very combative. With the Diamond Head body, he's basically stronger and he can take a hit, right? If he was just a little smarter, he would be amazing, but I didn't really see that much of a problem with this one.
I was gonna say, like, there was an episode where Gray Matter was trapped in a jar, and like for the whole episode he was trapped and he couldn't do anything. So I was like, well, if he was a bit more durable, aka Diamond Matter, then it would work out pretty great, because he could have just broken the jar and he could have fought back.
Yeah.
So I think making Gray Matter, who's small and weak, a little bit stronger, and maybe sacrificing a bit of intelligence, but making him like a stronger character. And I mean, how, with the like intelligence of a Galvin, how dumb really could he get? Like, even half of his intelligence is still like insane.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, okay, well, I'm trying to think if there was another downside to... Maybe his crystals were also slightly weaker. I don't remember, but even so, I would still say, I guess they'd be smaller. At least a B.
I'd go A.
You'd go A. I wouldn't go that high.
Okay. All right. B it is.
Thank you. Okay.
This was straight up. Let's not even argue about this. Okay. Next one is Heat Jaws, and it's straight to D tier. No
I think
competition.
So. I don't think we need to have a conversation about this. Like,
we don't, but I'll just say that it looks like a toy that you've mixed the arms of. It doesn't have a cool design. It doesn't have cool powers. It's just a D tier. That's it.
No, just terrible.
Next one.
Okay. So for this one, I remember the big downside to God, what did we call him? Stink Arms.
Stink Arms.
God, what a dumb name, but it makes sense.
That's what Gwen called him.
So with Stink Arms, he was a lot weaker in this form, and I don't think he could fly.
He couldn't fly. No.
And he couldn't fly. But imagine imagine 4 arms flying. I think that would actually be pretty like, that's an upgrade. That's a straight up upgrade for having a super strong character fly. I mean, we're basically talking about Superman at this point. So
Superman doesn't have wings.
Semantics. Anyway, so even so, he's still a terrible alien in the series. But what about just at face value, like powers and design?
If he worked at all, C tier. But in the appearance, if Ben 10,000 used him, he'd probably work. He'd probably be higher.
Yeah.
But this iteration can't fly, isn't as strong. I don't even know if he can like shoot goop. So it's a D tier for me.
D. Wow. Yeah, no, you're right.
You want to go higher?
No. You're right. You're right.
Okay. I want to skip to Uprig first,
Okay.
because Uprig is an actual fusion used by Ben 10,000. Just the scene that he was in, really really good, like energy, uh, really cool.
I like your
Like
vibe, man. It's a really cool vibe.
he had a good vibe. He had a good vibe. Um, I Jerry Rig has grown on me, as an alien, and anything with upgrade, just looks really cool.
But okay,
This-
can I
okay,
get
here.
can I get
You
to the
get
but?
in here.
Okay,
You get-
so my but is the fact that they didn't really bring in any of Upgrade's powers. If you look back to that scene that we see him
Right.
in, like his arms stretch out and he's like grabbing materials and putting them together. But that's basically that's all that Upgrade brings to the table. If anything, it would have been cool if Jerry Rig's part was like, okay, let me use super speed, putting something together, make it a lot better before I upgrade it. Before I morph my body over this piece of machinery and upgrade it further.
Yes, he didn't do the morphing his body
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have really worked in
No.
the actual, narration of the story. So yeah, I get why they didn't do that, but it still didn't really do him justice. But despite saying that, I still think he's a great alien, and he should at least be like he's an A tier. I think he's still I would have liked to see more of his powers at use, but despite that, A tier is my.
Give him the A tier.
Okay.
Give him the A tier.
Okay, let's go for it. Sick. Okay. Now we have this one alien that I've never seen in my life.
This was my fault because I was watching a video every time Ben 10's aliens fused, and this one was towards the end, and I thought it was really cool. Like again, like I said, anything with upgrade is really cool. And this is like, I think he's called Ben 23, isn't he? Blue Ben 10. This is his upgrade. So just on appearance, I really liked it. But I think the idea of taking like a machine alien and putting upgrade on it is a cool move.
Yeah. No, definitely. I don't want to tear this guy because I haven't seen him in action. So if you want to if you want to go for it, I'll accept whatever you choose.
I'll give him an A tier as well.
Sick.
Yeah,
So why not an S?
because I also haven't seen the whole episode.
Oh no, we're not true Ben 10 fans, guys. We apologize.
We're trying. We're watching Omniverse now.
Currently, I'm actually doing it right now as we're having this
Yeah,
conversation.
as we record this video.
Yeah. There we go. But if you disagree with anything that we've put up onto this list, and if we've somehow haven't put on any other fusions that have
If we
appeared
missed
in the
one,
series, we didn't do any Ben 10 reboot fusions because it's Ben 10 reboot.
They were awful.
But if you guys still believe that they should be on the list, let us know in the comments.
And why not like and subscribe, guys?
See you later.